You are standing in an empty parking lot at night. Nothing moves, no sound. And yet, every hair on your arm is standing up. Your heart is pounding for no reason at all. Or is there a reason? Your brain, right now, in this quiet moment, is doing something it has done for 200,000 years. It is preparing you to be eaten. That sentence sounds absurd. You are not going to be eaten in a parking lot. There are no lions here, no wolves, no saber-toothed cats waiting behind the dumpster. But your nervous system does not know that. It never got the memo, and the reason why is far stranger than you think. Your body is running software that is millions of years old. Old software, running on new hardware, in a world it was never designed for. Think about that for a second. You carry a survival system built for the African savanna, and you are using it to survive Tuesday morning traffic. No wonder it misfires. Let's go back, way back. For most of human history, you were not the strongest animal on the plains. You were not the fastest. You did not have claws or fangs or thick hides. You were, biologically speaking, prey. Slow, soft, and easy to catch. Every early human who survived long enough to have children did one thing exceptionally well. They noticed danger before it noticed them. This is where things get interesting. The humans who survived were not necessarily the smartest, they were the most anxious, the ones who jumped at shadows, the ones who assumed the rustling grass was a predator, even when it usually wasn't. Because here is the brutal math of evolution. If you assume danger and you're wrong, you waste a little energy being scared. If you assume safety and you're wrong, you die. There is no room for balance in that equation. Fear had to win every single time. This idea has a name. Psychologist Randolph Nesse called it the smoke detector principle. A smoke detector that goes off constantly, even when there's just burnt toast, is annoying. But it's still better than a smoke detector that stays silent during an actual fire. Your fear response works the exact same way. It is tuned to overreact, on purpose, because the cost of underreacting was death. So when you feel a chill walking past a dark alley, or when you sense someone behind you and whip around to find nothing there, that is not a malfunction. That is the smoke detector doing its job. Screaming at full volume, just in case. Here's where it gets stranger. Your brain doesn't just react to danger, it actively hunts for it, faster than it hunts for almost anything else. In the early 2000s, psychologist Arne Oman ran a series of experiments showing people grids of images hidden among flowers or mushrooms. When a single snake was hidden in that grid, people spotted it almost instantly, far faster than they spotted a flower hidden among snakes. Your visual system is not neutral. It is a threat detector first, and an object recognizer second. You were built to see the predator before you see anything else in the scene. Now ask yourself, why would that matter today? You are not scanning grasslands for snakes anymore. You are scrolling a phone, sitting in an office, walking through a mall. But the wiring is identical. Your brain still runs threat detection as its first priority, all day, every day. It just has to invent new threats to detect. A strange look from a coworker, a text message that hasn't been answered, a dark hallway in your own home, the system fires the exact same way it did for a lion in the grass. Because as far as your body is concerned, a social threat and a physical threat get processed in almost the same place. There's an even eerier layer to this. Have you ever felt like someone was watching you, only to turn around and find nobody there? This is called the sensed presence phenomenon. Neuroscientist Peter Brugger has spent years studying this exact feeling, mapping it in people under extreme stress, isolation, or exhaustion, from solo mountain climbers at high altitude to people in complete sensory deprivation. Their brains, starved of normal information, still generate the powerful sensation that another being is nearby, watching, waiting. Why would evolution build something so strange? Because, in the wild, being wrong about a predator's presence cost you nothing but a jolt of adrenaline. But failing to sense a predator that was actually there cost you your life, so your brain, when uncertain, defaults to assuming a presence, rather than assuming an empty void. An empty void has never once eaten a human being. A hidden predator has eaten plenty. Think about what this means for your everyday life. that unease you feel walking to your car at night, that flinch when a door creaks upstairs. That deep discomfort in total darkness or total silence or standing with your back to an open room, none of this is irrational. It is a script written by 100,000 generations of humans who did not survive by being calm, they survived by being ready. And here's the twist that changes everything. This system was never built to make you happy. It was never built to make you comfortable. It was built for one job only. Keep the body alive long enough to reproduce. That's it. That is the entire mission statement. Your anxiety, your paranoia, your racing heart in a quiet room, these are not flaws in the design. They are the design succeeding exactly as intended, just in the wrong century. Modern life has created a strange mismatch. You face almost none of the physical dangers your ancestors faced daily. No stalking predators, no sudden famine, no rival tribe at the border. And yet, your threat detection system has nothing to do with all that spare capacity except point it inward and outward at smaller and smaller things, a notification, a social rejection, an awkward silence in a meeting. Your ancient alarm system, with no lions left to warn you about, has started treating your inbox like a jungle. This is why you can feel a genuine spike of fear from something as small as an unread message from your boss. Your body doesn't know the difference between a predator and a difficult conversation. It reads them with the same chemical signature. Heart rate up, palms damp, muscles tight, ready to run from a threat that was never going to chase you in the first place. Knowing this changes very little about the feeling itself. You will still feel your skin crawl in an empty parking garage. You will still glance over your shoulder on a quiet street. But now you know what that feeling actually is. It is not a warning that something is wrong with you. It is proof that something in you is working exactly as it was built to work, by ancestors who are not around today, precisely because that system kept working. So the next time you feel watched in an empty room, or your heart pounds for no visible reason, remember what is actually happening. You are not broken. You are not imagining things out of weakness. You are standing in a body built by the ones who didn't get eaten. And somewhere, quietly, in the oldest part of your brain, it is still keeping watch, still checking the grass, still preparing you, just in case, to survive something that this time isn't even there.